Hello. Howdy. Thanks for coming back. If you're new here, welcome. I'm not exactly sure what's going to pop out, but I'm going to take the time to connect with my source, your source, those on the other side who really just want to be here for you. Oh, wow. Okay. This is an interesting energy. Um, this is giving integration. This is giving. I've been through hell and back, and I'm finally understanding, is what I'm hearing. Once again, the cards we have are Apocalypsis, the Empty Room, the Prayer, and the Maiden. And so I like the transition. You can't really see it, but it goes from black to color and then color and black. And once again, it's like the way that I'm interpreting it is somebody who has had their world just turned upside down. And for many of you, it's going to be different things. For some of you, it's a job. For some of you, it's a work situation. Well, I already said job, but for some of you, it's career. For some of you, it's a lot of different things. And with the empty room here, there's this energy of feeling stuck, feeling stagnant, feeling like you're not making progress. And the empty room more or less reminds us that even when things aren't going on physically, there's always something going on, you know? We have the Chariot card and the Four of Wands. Exactly. And then the Death card. So, right now you're in this energy of transformation. You're basically like the caterpillar in the cocoon, almost ready to emerge. I almost said submerge. So there's something about submerging. 222 also, as I'm like noticing. What's with the Maiden card? This might be a person in your life, a feminine energy. I'm getting. I'm feeling like this is a person who makes you feel like you have to have your guard up. We have the Nine of Wands, and then also underneath is the Wheel of Fortune. And so there's this cosmic reminder that everything changes. Just give it enough time. And once again, we have the Page of Swords here. And within this card, it talks about strong will, sharp intelligence, and there's something about developing that. Like, for some of you, the way that I'm interpreting this is the energy of physical rest, but unseen movement. We have the Four of Swords, which talks about rest, relaxation, meditation. You might have been seeing floors a lot. Also, the energies on the table, if it matters, are Aries, Cancer, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Pisces, Scorpio, more Cancer, Sagittarius, and then more Libra. And one thing I want to remind you of, I wrote about the Temperance card today, and one thing I want to remind you of is patience. I know. A lot of us hear it and we kind of just like in one ear and out the other. But I want to impart the idea, the notion that patience isn't just waiting, but it's also finding enjoyment in the waiting. So recognizing I might not be where I want to be. I might be in a transition phase. This might be unpleasant, but this is not going to last forever. And with the prayer card, I feel as though you've been really heavy on the affirmations and the prayers and stuff like that. And it's coming together. You know, I'm thinking of the Unfolding Rose in that one deck that I miss so much. I don't have that deck anymore, but I used to love that deck. We have the 2 of Wands and the 3 of Wands, which, if you squint your eyes, makes 5 Wands. And so I'm getting the energy of someone who is really just in planning mode. And take what resonates, leave the rest. You should know your life better than I do, but it's like the universe is pushing you to take more action and to do more. But you're still in that planning phase. And you know, all the love to you. It's your life. It's your path. Do what you feel is right. But with the Chariot card here and all this fire energy, there's a lot of success. I don't want to say guaranteed, but like more or less guaranteed if you take the proper action. And I get it. I understand. As I look at the top of the deck, we have the 3 of Swords. I get it. You've been through a lot. Like, you've put yourself through a lot. You've been through a lot. You've dealt with a lot. However you want to frame it. And once again, like I said in the beginning, there's something about integration, something about taking what you've been through and applying it. Because it does no justice. It does no good to have information, to have wisdom, to have knowledge, if you cannot apply it to your everyday life. I don't want to say it like that so harshly. I said what I said. But unless you're imparting that wisdom onto others, it does no justice to hold that information and not do anything with it, you know? Because, you don't have to agree with the idea that everything happens for a reason, divine orchestration and stuff. But even if everything doesn't happen for a reason, there is still something to be gained from every experience. And I feel like it's just a matter of time before you hold that perspective. But right now I can see that you're not really in that mindset right now. We have hella Aries energy. So you may have been doing a lot of self-reflection, but at the same time, it's just like, I feel like somebody needs to hear this. If you're not doing it for yourself, then it don't really matter. It needs to be for yourself. Like, sure, if you want to, I think it's really cool to change for the sake of others and for the sake of being a better person for others. But at the same time, a part of you has to be doing it for yourself. Otherwise, well, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm sitting with that information. I'm like, I don't know if I fully agree with that. Because, like, I think for sustainability, yes, it needs to be for yourself because you're going to spend the most time with yourself. That's why I say that. But I don't think it's the worst thing to, and I think this is my spirit guide's coming in being like, actually, there's, once again, balance. Like, there needs to be a balance. Sorry. So, like, yes, you're doing it for yourself, but also at the end of it, you should be doing it for the collective. At the end of the day, like, who the fuck am I to tell you where your priorities should lie? And there was this joke that I heard a while ago, and I don't think it's 100% true, but it was funny because it was relatable. And it was basically like, if we're talking and you tell me your priorities are fucked up, then that's a good sign that I'm on the right path, because it is my life and you have your life, and we have we should have different sets of priorities. So if you think that my priorities look fucked up, thank you. That's basically the joke. And she said it in a very funny way, but that's basically what she said. Like, if someone thinks your priorities are messed up, that's because you're living 2 different lives, you know? And to some degree, constructive criticism is something that you should be open to at any given time, but it's your life, and like I always say in my videos, or I don't always say it, but as I like to say, you should know your life better than I do. So, you know, we have the Magician card. As I say that, at the top of the deck we have the King of Cups. So this is somebody, if this is for you, this is somebody who is really stepping into their emotions, stepping into their heart center, and at the same time they're recognizing the power in their emotions. And I had this insight earlier. Once again, take what resonates. If you don't care for this part, that's cool. But I was having this insight earlier where, and I think I was watching a tarot reader. I forgot who it was, but it was, I watched some tarot readers also. And she was basically saying that if I, and to some degree I do agree, but she was basically saying that if I knew the information that I know now when I was younger, I would have been a menace. I would have been terrible. And I say this to say that with with power comes responsibility. And the more you learn about yourself, the more that you understand the world and etc., to some degree you hold a level of responsibility, and you can choose to ignore that, you can choose to not acknowledge that, or you can like step up, be a mature person, and recognize, hey, maybe I should be careful with this knowledge, you know? But once again, to each their own, do what you do with love. But yeah, I hope this was helpful. Hope this was useful. If you want to work with me privately, you can check out the link tree down below, and I have my services there. If you want to, I also have Patreon and whatnot and what forth. And I wish you the best. Much love, much peace.